Coming up on Lindenwood News, a shooting in Belleville leaves 1 dead and 2 in critical condition. Police say how the suspect and the victims were connected. Plus, a new highway sign is dedicated to a local firefighter. We'll tell you where the sign is located and more on the man's heroic sacrifice. And a Lindenwood fraternity raises money for ALS research in their annual Home Run Derby event. Reporter Lucas Bose takes us behind the scenes on how the annual tradition started. Those stories and more ahead on Lindenwood News. Welcome to this edition of Lindenwood News. I'm Daniel Matt. Police are investigating after human remains are found in Crawford County. The remains were discovered alongside the North Service Road in West Sullivan. That's about an hour and a half southwest of St. Charles. The Crawford County Sheriff's Office collected the evidence and later determined it was skeletal human remains. Authorities have not yet identified the remains. Police do not have any potential suspects at this time. A man is shot in the chest late Sunday night in South St. Louis. Officials say the man was shot sometime before midnight in the 7700 block on Alaska Avenue. Police have not released the name or the age of the victim at this time. Police do not have a suspect yet either, but they say the Homicide Division is set to begin their own investigation. Another shooting in Belleville has left 1 dead and 2 hurt. According to reports, 3 women were shot on South Church Street just before 10 a.m. on Saturday. 1 victim died and another is in critical condition. The 3rd victim is expected to survive. Police say the victims are family members of the suspect. Police arrested the suspect in Iowa after a manhunt late Saturday night. Authorities have not released the names of the suspect or the victims. No motive is known at this time. 2 cell phone stores in St. Peters are robbed in Monday's early morning hours. An AT&T store on the 3800 block of Veterans Memorial Parkway was hit around 2:30 a.m. Shortly after, a Verizon store less than half a mile away experienced a similar break-in. The robbers smashing the front windows and stealing phones at both stores. Officials say both burglaries took 30 seconds each and say 3 or 4 suspects were involved. Police are still investigating. Straight ahead on Lindenwood News, a Main Street cafe brings French culture to the St. Charles community. Details on the story of La Belle Vie after the break.
You're not gonna get it all right. Just make sure you nail the big stuff.
Mama!
Like making sure your kids are in the right seat for their age and size. Get it right at nhtsa.gov/the-right-seat.
All right, let's try this.
COVID has been a really long fight, and it's been especially tough on kids.
It's been a rough transition for all of us.
Right now, as a father, I want to give the best tools to protect my kids.
So what can we do to get back to that sense of normalcy?
Many parents are asking if it is worth it to get their kids vaccinated against COVID.
The answer is absolutely yes.
My own sons, who are 6 and 8 years old, had their COVID vaccine.
It's an added layer of protection to keep kids from getting any type of severe illness or complications from a COVID infection.
A lot of parents are also wondering if the vaccines are safe.
Yes, it's safe and effective for children.
Definitely safer than a COVID infection.
Children get a smaller dosage than adults do.
So if you have questions or concerns about the vaccine, that's okay.
We're here to help.
We have the tools we need to protect kids and help them stay healthy and all get through this together.
Hey guys, it's me, Isabella Gomez, filling in for Smokey Bear because he's got more to say than just...
Only you can prevent wildfires.
Like, if you're outside enjoying a barbecue, don't let a hamburger distract you from fire safety. Make sure you aren't dumping your hot coals or ashes onto the ground because that could start a wildfire. So take wildfire prevention seriously and let's save the world one day at a time. Juntos con Smokey Bear, podemos hacerlo. Go to smokeybear.com to learn more about wildfire prevention.
Polls for the midterm election open up on Tuesday, with the main focus being the battle for a Missouri Senate seat between Eric Schmidt and Trudy Busch Valentine. Former Senator Roy Blunt is retiring, so the two are fighting for the Senate seat that has been held by the GOP since 1987. Thousands have already voted through the no excuse absentee voting law, which allows mail-in voting up to 10 days early. Polls will open up from 6 a.m. to 7 p.m. on Tuesday. A new highway memorial sign is dedicated to a fallen St. Louis firefighter. The new highway sign in South St. Louis County honors the memory of firefighter Benjamin J. Polson. The sign was officially dedicated on Sunday morning at McKenzie Road near Watson Road. Polson died after battling a vacant house fire in North St. Louis in January. The St. Louis Fire Chief hopes drivers recognize the significance of the new sign. France is a popular destination for its beautiful decorations and amazing food. Melissa and Mark Hollander brought a part of France to St. Charles by creating their own French cafe called La Belle Vie. Lindenwood News' Ava Lawrence had the chance to visit the cafe to tell us more about the story behind it.
Mark Hollander and Melissa Hollander are the owners of La Belle Vie Cafe. This cafe was a dream for the owners. They have been dreaming about opening their own cafe for 10 years.
We had talked a little bit about a co-op working space or a wedding venue and those kind of things. But really kind of just settled on a cafe where people could come in, sit down, not be rushed or hurried, but be able to come in and sit down and enjoy time with family and friends.
There is a big French influence in La Belle Vie Cafe, through the decorations or the food they're serving.
We do not have French fries, but we do have crepes, we do have quiche, we do have omelets. I quite honestly don't know if they have French dips in France, but we do. And we have a killer French onion soup.
Mark Hollander said that the name La Belle Vie is an homage to the French town neighborhood they decided to have their cafe at. If they decided to open their cafe somewhere else, they would have named it differently.
Originally, we were going to name the cafe The Anchored Soul, and so that was going to be the name of the cafe, but when we got down here and again saw the neighborhood and wanted to be a part of the neighborhood down here, La Belle Vie, the beautiful life, was just the perfect name for us.
The name of that cafe is also a way to express the way they feel about the life they've been given and how grateful they are to be where they are today.
Yeah, we're so grateful being able to share our life with other people. I'm very, very grateful for the beautiful life that we've been given. And so it was a perfect name for us to be able to use for the cafe and to be able to share that with other people.
La Belle Vie Cafe is open every single day of the week except on Monday from 7 a.m. until 3 p.m. And if you're a Lindenwood student, you can show your ID to get a discount. For Lindenwood News, I'm Ava Lawrence. It's pretty mild weather today, but what is the rest of the week going to bring? I will tell you more after the break.
When it comes to making plans, you are the best. Those 9 months were also 273 days of planning. What about your daughter's first costume party? It was out of this world. And let's not forget those barbecues you plan in detail for your family and your more vegetarian by the day best friends. That that surprise party for your parents' golden anniversary? You get the golden planning. The same way you plan each detail for those moments, start planning to protect you and your loved ones from a natural disaster. Sign up for local weather and emergency alerts. Prepare an emergency kit and make a family communications plan. Protecting your family is the best plan you can make.
Hey, can you chop the pineapple?
Chop the pineapple.
Nope, I'm high. How about I wash off the grapes?
Yes.
Okay.
You're already making good decisions when you're high.
I want tacos. Will you drive? I'm a little toasty.
Nope, I'm high. Let's order in.
Don't make an exception when it comes to driving. If you feel different, you drive different.
Let's take a look at the national map. High pressure is going from the northwest to the southwest, and another high pressure system is stretching from the southeast to the northeast, with a mass of cold air that is going to replace the warm weather the southern states have been experiencing. It might be raining in most of these areas, and the wind is going to be at a high speed in the northeast states. Don't forget to wear a jacket. Low pressure is going to the northeast of the country, bringing some warmer weather to the states in this area that have been experiencing some snow these past few days. Let's take a look at the local map. It's pretty much the same in the whole area. Currently in St. Charles, it's 61 degrees and it's the same temperature in Maryland Heights and St. Louis. The weather is similar in O'Fallon and St. Peters with a temperature of 60 degrees in both cities. With temperatures around 60 degrees, it might be a good day to go run some errands, but don't forget to bring a light jacket or a sweater. Finally, let's take a look at what the next 5 days are going to look like. On Monday, the temperature are 61 degrees with a low of 46 degrees and a high of 61 degrees, which means that we have reached the highest temperature for today. Tuesday is going to be a little bit more cloudy with a low of 44 degrees and a high of 65 degrees. Wednesday will be the warmest day of the week with a low of 49 degrees and a high of 78 degrees. Thursday will be sunny with a low of 57 degrees and a high of 74 degrees. Friday will be the coldest with a low of 31 degrees and a high of 59 degrees. That's it for the weather. I'm Eva Lorenz. Back to you.
If you head outside early Tuesday morning, you might be able to see the lunar eclipse. Lunar eclipses happen when the sun, earth, and moon line up so the moon passes into the earth's shadow. Lunar eclipses are also known as blood moons because the moon appears to have a red color. NASA says the eclipse will happen at 4:17 a.m. Tuesday morning. This will be the last total lunar eclipse until 2025.
Lindenwood football's team plays in a nail-biter. Plus, the Cardinals hire a fan-favorite player. All that and more coming up after the break.
Jason, let's go see your room.
What do you think? We kept it a little spare, so you can decorate it how you like.
Dinner! Go?
Excellent. Soccer's fun. Yeah, I saw you guys out there.
If you need to do something to feel okay to drive, you're not okay to drive. Don't drive buzzed.
The Houston Astros are this year's World Series champions. The Astros beat the Phillies on Saturday in Game 6 of the series. They beat the Phillies 4-1 to secure the championship. The Astros were led by Yordan Alvarez as he hit a 3-run home run in the 6th inning. Alvarez's 3-run shot gave the Astros the lead, and they never looked back. With the win on Saturday, the Astros secured their second World Series win in 6 years. The St. Louis Cardinals hire Hall of Famer Matt Holliday to their coaching staff. The Cardinals announced on Sunday they'd be hiring former player Matt Holliday as their bench coach for the 2023 season. Holliday was hired to replace Skip Shoemaker, who left to be the manager of the Miami Marlins. Holliday was a 4-time All-Star during his 8 seasons with the Cardinals, and he was an integral part of the Cardinals' 2011 World Series win, and a part of the Cardinals Hall of Fame. The Kansas City Chiefs hang on in overtime against the Tennessee Titans. The Chiefs battled the Titans during Sunday night primetime this weekend, as both teams were even down the stretch. They traded punches going into overtime. The Chiefs were led by Patrick Mahomes as he threw for over 450 yards. The Titans didn't back down as running back Derrick Henry ran for over 100 yards and 2 touchdowns. The Chiefs secured the victory with a field goal, winning the game 20-17. Lindenwood lost to Tennessee Tech by 1 point on Saturday. The Lions fell short on the road this weekend. The Lions went into halftime leading Tennessee Tech 21-14. Tennessee Tech took the lead in the fourth quarter, leading the Lions 35-28. Quarterback Cade Brister led the Lions down the field to score with less than 30 seconds left in the game. The Lions then failed on a 2-point conversion, solidifying the Lions' 1-point loss. A Lindenwood University fraternity hosts a home run derby to help raise money for ALS research. I was able to be there to learn more about the event. Theta fraternity hosted their annual home run derby. The event is used to help raise money for their philanthropy, the Live Like Lou Foundation.
We've been partnered with the Live Like Lou Foundation since it was created. Being said, Lou Gehrig was a Phi at Columbia University back when he was in college.
Goldberg says that when they got the opportunity to partner with the Live Like Lou Foundation, everything felt natural and it all seemed to fall into place. He also says the event has helped their chapter as well.
We raised the most money we've ever raised as an entire chapter. We won a national award as well, too, the Paul C. Beam Award, which is the award given out by Phi Delta Theta for the best philanthropic campaign out of every single chapter.
Ryan Kramer is the philanthropy chair for Phi Delta Theta and helped plan this year's launch for Lou. Kramer says that he picked Phi Delta Theta for their association with the Live Like Lou Foundation.
It hits home for me because somebody back home has ALS, and she unfortunately had passed away a couple years ago. So that's why I chose my organization and Phi Delta Theta, and I just want to raise as much money to hopefully in the future find a cure for or just help the people in need with ALS.
While the event means a lot to the members of Phi Delta Theta, it also means a lot to the people that pay to compete in the event. Sophomore Sam Hendrickson says the event was personal for him.
I don't know anyone in my family personally that has dealt with ALS, but I know the impact that it's had on baseball as a whole. And I love baseball, it's like my whole life. So for me, it was personal.
ALS affects 5 out of every 100,000 people and is 100% fatal. With Lindenwood News, I'm Lucas Bose. That's all for your Monday Sports Update. I'm Lucas Bose. Back to you guys.
And finally, the locally owned nonprofit organization called Unlimited Play announces plans to build a new playground in South St. Louis. Unlimited Play was founded in 2007 after its founder built a playground in Lake St. Louis to honor her son who passed the year before. The organization has since built over 80 playgrounds across North America, made for children with and without physical disabilities. The new playground is nearly halfway to its fundraising goal of $300,000. Those interested can donate at unlimitedplay.org. That's it for this edition of Lindenwood News. I'm Daniel Matt. Thanks for joining us.